This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by For All Seasons Behavioral Health and Rape Crisis Center.
The teenage years, some of the most exciting years of our lives. They can also be some of the most confusing and the hardest to navigate. And as parents, it's important to have open and honest conversations about the good and the potentially bad.
Yeah, and February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and one of the most important conversations is about what it means to be in a happy, healthy relationship. Well, Beth Ann Dorman is the president and CEO of For All Seasons Behavioral Health and Rape Crisis Center, and she joins us in historic Studio D. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And we are talking about relationships, but we're talking about talking to your teen about a healthy relationship. Why is that so important?
Yeah, you know, here's the thing. If we're not having these conversations with our teens, someone else is going to be having it for them. And someone else is going to be, having it for us. And also, they're going to learn it, whether it's through the internet, whether it's through movies, whether it's through talking with their friends. The information is not going to be accurate. And what they believe looks like a healthy relationship, based on some of those things, and what truly is healthy, can be very different.
This is new ground for them, so they're looking for...
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so can you define what a good relationship is?
So we think about the healthy relationships in our lives where there's good communication, where there is respect for one another, where there's not power over or control over, where there is an ability for us to be able to feel but not feel that we are acting in guilt or shame, that we are able to act in our true selves and show up as who we want to be without judgment.
Yeah.
So give us an example of an unhealthy relationship. What does that look like?
You know, so sometimes what we find with our teenagers is as they're trying to navigate and negotiate what healthy relationships are, it's really thinking about, can you have friends that are not connected to the person that you're dating? You know, are we seeing a situation where a partner or a boyfriend or a girlfriend is saying, I want to spend all of my time with you? That's unhealthy. You know, not being able to have friends of the opposite sex or the same sex, unhealthy. Places where maybe you show up and someone is saying, I don't want you hanging out with those people, or I need you here for everything that I'm doing because I don't want to go to this event by myself. Yeah. One time, okay. Every time, not okay.
Okay, so maybe you're seeing some of these problems that are kind of, okay, this might be an issue here. How do you seek help?
So just simply opening up the conversation, and here's the thing, some parents real comfortable in doing that, some people not. And so if you're not the person who's comfortable, finding resources like a pastor, maybe it's somebody at a mental health agency, a family member or a friend who has the kind of relationship to talk about, hey, can you help me understand what's happening? I think one of the areas where we absolutely have to be diligent is checking our children's phones and making sure that there's not unhealthy behaviors going on behind the scenes. Those that are using Snapchat, you know, we have a huge internet presence in our community. There's lots of good things on the internet, but there's also some things that we need to be mindful of. So being able to download information about how do I have a conversation, great resource for a parent. Yeah. Calling a mental health agency and saying, help me figure out how to start this conversation. And recognizing that the more that we can open up a dialogue versus a directive, teenagers will respond to that better.
And For All Seasons can help.
Absolutely. You know, that the beauty of our agency is that there's no wait list for our services, and it doesn't mean that the child has to come in. Maybe it's the parent who needs to come in and build their skills and tools. So if there's an unhealthy relationship happening and you want your child to receive services, we're there. If you're a parent or a caregiver who's struggling and is trying to figure out how to navigate these conversations, we're also there.
Oh, the teenage years.
The teenage years.
I have 4 at home, and it is a challenge.
You are an expert on this.
Yes, I am an expert on this.
I am praying for you. Beth Ann Dorman with For All Seasons. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful talking to you.